Happy Vlogmas Day 4! Here's video evidence of me cheating on Nick's coffee with a couple drive-through simply because I hadn't enough time to drive into Wicklow because I was on my way up to Dublin. I was meeting my friend Daniel, we were having a day out in town, we were looking around the shops, having a little mooch, having a catch up, and then we stumbled into the Merrion. Oh my god, it was so beautiful in there, guys. It's quite an expensive place, but it's just such a lovely experience, especially this time of year. We treated ourselves to some coffee. He had a glass of champagne. We sat there for a little while by the fire, and I had a ginger ale, and we just put the world to rest. We had a big fat catch up. It was actually so cozy and so toasty that I could have stayed there for absolute hours. I was just so relaxed and content. And it just was such a nice place to escape from the cold. Even their toilets were so bougie. Anyway, enough of the south side. We headed over to the north side and look at this big fancy Dublin sign. We went over to Normal, so I'd seen a lot of hype on TikTok about this shop over the last while. We queued for a few minutes to get in, but guys, I was so underwhelmed. It is actually just full of shite, to be honest. Then we went to Gloria, which is a newly opened Italian restaurant on Westmoreland Street. I'd never heard of it before, but apparently it's the new place to be. The decor was absolutely gorgeous. As Daniel had said, it reminded him of the set of the Gucci movie. It was given old school, fancy, classic Italian vibes, and then the toilets were like the trippiest toilets I've ever been in. You would not be going in here to fix your makeup, let me just tell you that for free. It was actually just such a bizarre experience. It's given like old money Italian gangster, like mob wife era kind of vibes. Show me yours and I'll show you mine, baby. Okay, on to the food. I had these crispy potatoes as my starter, even though they're a side. And then for my main, I had plain tomato pasta. Guys, it just wasn't it. I know it's a bit my own fault because I don't eat like a certain amount of meats, cheeses, fish, and stuff like that. But even the people that did eat all those kind of things and sampled a lot of different foods off the menu weren't impressed. Like, I know al dente pasta is how it's traditionally served, but that pasta was rock hard and the sauce was kind of flavourless. And yeah, there just wasn't many options if you don't eat certain meats and cheeses and like mushrooms and oh yeah. Anyway, we went down to Amble, and Amble were absolutely fantastic. This is their first headline gig in Dublin and it was sold out, and they now have 2 more shows next weekend. So if you can get tickets, definitely do, because they are absolutely smashing it and the crowd was unreal as well. It's just great to see Irish people doing well. And then I finished up the night as per usual, girlies, with my chocolate out my Terry's chocolate advent calendar. Bye!